Filters are a way in Sugar that we look at information and keep information sorted. So if you look at my screen here, and let me exit out of this, this is what we call a list view. And I'll actually be making an efficiency video. Filters are the way that we separate and look at the data that we keep here in Sugar. So with each line is a way that we will sort our information. So without it, and I'll give it time to load here, but without the filtered information, or if I take this away, we really just have a lot of jumbled information here. So we need a way to kind of sort through all of this information to, really give us the info that we look for. So with that, we create filters. So for me, I work with NDM and West Virginia. So you'll see that a lot of the filters that I created are relevant to both the West Virginia and Notre Dame students that I work with. So let's look at the one that I have for attending students. So at times, Sugar loads faster than other times. You'll notice this as you start working here and get more accustomed to working with Sugar. But in the meantime, let's take a step back here. We'll go and just create a filter. So as you're creating your own filter, you can click the create button. And most of these will always start with an account because that will help us pull the account name. Now, the account will be the partner that you work with. So for these purposes, we'll pull Notre Dame of Maryland University. So we'll let that generate. And so that will be the first line. So see, this will pull any contact that is linked to this account. So if we click on this button, this will expand. See, it says click for total. This will see we have 2023 total contacts that are under this account. So if we were to hit continue, these will continue to load all of these. See, contacts 40 of 2023. If we hit more contacts, it will continue to load contacts until we load all of them, essentially, and we can look down through these. So what we want to do is with each line that we add in here, we can select fewer contacts. So with that, we will add student, or actually I take that back. Let's add contact status or contact type, which if you remember from the earlier training, there are two different contact types. There are prospects and student. So you got prospects and students, what we deal with for the most part. Now you will see a few others, but like I said, for us, we'll deal with prospects or students. Remember, prospects are on the enrollment side. They have not yet become students. For us, we work with students. So as you see this, as this loads, our count starts over. If we click for the total, you'll see this retabulate. Now see, we only have 242, so we've drilled down. We've gone from 2000s to 242 contacts. And now, if I want to look at the attending students, so I want to look at all students, I will look at student status, and I will say is any of. And again, when we look at our student statuses, which again I think was in your training, we're looking at attending, deferred drop. We have all of these different statuses, so we'll look at attending, and that will drill through some more of these. So here again, if I expand this out, Now we're looking at 122 students. So we've just narrowed our population, and we can continue to narrow further and further through different information. But again, our filters give us, an idea of the information that we're looking at. They help us, really sort through this information. They help us sort through all the data that we keep in Sugar, so that we keep this data organized and that we can kind of keep our information organized. So for me, for example, a way that I keep this organized further is, let's say I want to look at only graduate students here at NDM. I have a filter, and I'll expand this out so you can see it. I have a filter, so the account is Notre Dame of Maryland. The contact type is student. The student status is attending, leave high, and leave low, which are different student statuses. That's the three main student statuses that we look at for our students that are at the school. And then I have these with all of the different graduate programs that we have at the school, so that I pull all of the graduate students. So in total, we have 145 graduate students. On the flip side, as you can see, we have undergraduate students as well. And I will expand this filter out also. So you can see same thing, student status, attending, leave high, leave low. And then when it comes to program, the undergraduate programs that we have are RN to BSN, Bachelor of Liberal Arts, and the Bachelor of Business. So we have the three of these programs, and these will pull 44. So as you can see at NDM, we have much more graduate students than we have undergrad students. But again, this is a way that we use filters to really kind of sort our information. So again, that's filters in a nutshell, and we will go over this information a little bit later.